Hello and welcome, Royals Empire, to the Royal Way here on Stadium Drive Sports. I'm your host, Sean Barr, and you've found a fun-filled, interactive, informative show made just for the Kansas City Royals fans. So if you're a Yankees fan, you can go watch Peppa Pig or something, I don't know. On this episode, we're going to go over the last few games of spring training for the Royals and catch up on some of the scores and get you up to date with where we stand in Arizona for this 20th season. The Royals are getting some good work in, working on some new pitches, new mechanics, batting swing adjustments, and getting a real feel of where they stand mentally as the regular baseball season approaches. We're also going to have your regular segments on here too, as well as presenting this week's viewer prize. So stay tuned and find out how you can win some cool prizes right here on the Royal Way. Are you ready to jump on in it? Right this way. The Texas Rangers versus the Kansas City Royals. The first pitch was at 4:06, and 3 seconds later it was 1-0 Texas, as Brad Miller hits his second home run of the year. Later in the first, another home run was given up, this time a 2-run dinger bringing the Ranger lead to 3 before the Royals even got a chance to bat. And Texas adds another 3 runs in the fourth and a couple in the sixth. MJ Melendez hits a home run in the ninth, and KC got their hits in, just not enough runs. Their record goes to 5-1. And Hunter Dozier is the Royals player of the game, going 2 for 3 with 2 RBI. The LA Dodgers versus the Kansas City Royals. The Dodgers, just like the Rangers, got off to a 3-0 lead in the first inning. Justin Turner's 3-run shot off Brady Singer did the damage. They were able to get one back in the bottom of the first with help from Whit Merrifield's triple. Carlos Santana hit a 2-run double in the bottom of the third to tie things up at 3. The Dodgers' Kevin Pillar hit a 2-run homer in the sixth, and LA later gets a 3-run homer in the eighth to make it 9-4. The teams add another run in the final innings to drop the Royals' spring training record to 5-2 with a final score of 10-5. The Kansas City Royals versus the Chicago Cubs. This one was a good one. The lead change went back and forth in the first few innings. Kyle Isbell and Ryan O'Hearn both had solo home runs in the first. Emmanuel Rivera doubled to drive in 2 in the top of the third. Cubs tied in the fifth, but Ryan O'Hearn turns on one and hits his second home run of the game in the top of the sixth to give the Royals a 1-run lead 5-4. A Nick Prado triple later in the frame made it a 6-4 ball game. The Royals end up scoring 6 in the sixth to make it 10-4, but it wasn't over and out, Sarge. The surge came from the Cubbies as they answered back with 7 in the seventh. 2 more runs by the Royals made it close, but ultimately they were defeated 13-12, dropping their record to 5-3. And as for today, the Kansas City Royals took on the Cleveland Guardians, who they'll see on April 7th on opening day. Let's take a look at how the preseason game went today. The Kansas City Royals versus the Cleveland Guardians. The Royals improved to 6-3 in spring training as they demolished the Guardians early. KC scores 7 in the first inning, 2 in the second, 6 in the third, and 4 more in the fourth. That's about all they needed. Heck, they could have won a football game with that. It was a total of 19 runs in the first 4 innings. Benintendi had a couple of home runs. Salvi had a flawless game at the plate. The Royals, even when they lose, have been putting up big numbers in the hits column. They really intruded on the Guardians today. Go Royals! Alright, Royals Empire, we got to take a break, and when we get back from commercial, we'll have a lot of your regular segments here on the show, and we'll present the prize from last week and present the prize for next week. Stay tuned.
Hey there, I'm Kevin, host of the 12th Man at Arrowhead Drive. Be sure to tune in every Sunday and Wednesday for all your Chiefs content right here on Stadium Drive Sports.
We now have a winner for the Royal Way's first prize. Jackie Mitz of Grandview, Missouri wins the David Hasselhoff Decorative Planter Chia Pet. I wonder if she knows how the Hoffs saved SpongeBob during the SpongeBob movie. Such a hero. Oh, I'm so sorry, buddy. Only Royals fans can park here. Email Stadium Drive Sports now and enter the keyword Homer in the subject line. You could be the winner of the new prize on the Royal Way. Find out Monday. It's now time for the Royal Way's Best to Ever Wear It Awards. We're on the number 5.
Ooh, more input.
And the nominees for Best to Ever Wear number 5 are Ted Savage, Richie Scheinblum, Tom Poquette, and George Brett. And the winner is Tom Poquette. What? Now, of course, it's George Brett. George actually started wearing the number 25 for his first 2 seasons. He made the change to number 5 in 1975. He is the team leader in average, games, at-bats, runs, hits, total bases, doubles, triples, home runs, RBIs, walks, singles, runs created, extra base hits, times on base, sacrifice flies, and intentional walks. Go figure. Did you know Bob the Hammer Hamlin holds the Royals' all-time record for at-bats per home run in a season? He hit one every 13 times he stepped up to the plate in 1994. It's trivia time! In what season did the Royals hit the most home runs? Was it A, 1987, B, 2015, C, 1973, or was it D, 1980? And the answer is A, 1987 with 168. Guess who? I spent 13 years in the majors, 12 of them with KC after 1 year with the Cincinnati Reds. My MLB debut was on August 1st, 1987. My last was on August 2nd, 1999. My win-loss record is 46-52. My ERA is a low 3.27. I have 733 strikeouts on record and a whole bunch of saves. In fact, with 304 saves total in my career, no one who's ever worn a Royals jersey has closed out more games with a win than me. I am a 3-time All-Star, AL Rolaids Relief Man of the Year, MLB Saves Leader in 1993 as well, Royals Hall of Fame inductee in 2003. I now host Royals games on TV. On April 29, 1990, I had what they call in the baseball world an immaculate inning by striking out 3 batters in an inning with only using 9 pitches to do it. I was the 9th ever in the AL and the 23rd all-time to ever do it. I am Jeff Montgomery. Money! It's now time for the Royal Way to take you through the years. We are on year 1974. Alright, let's transport back in time to the division standings in 1974 in the American League West. The Oakland Athletics win again, and Texas Rangers move up from last to second place in a turnaround year. The Twins and the White Sox had average years. The Royals, I guess you could say, below average. The California Angels was a dismal season at 68-94, with 22 games back. And as we take a look at the defensive setup for the 1974 Royals, we'll see that they have a new third baseman in George Brett, who takes over for Paul Shaw. Lou Piniella is no longer in left field. He turned into a Yankee-to-Yank thanks to Cedric Tallis, our GM. It was a boneheaded move. He lost his job because of it and was replaced by Joe Burke. Also, right field is taken over by Veda Pinson, who's 35 years old, takes over for Ed Kirkpatrick. 1974 was the Royals' 6th season. There was no catching the A's this year. The Royals fall 13 games back and end up in 5th place. George Brett led the team in batting average with a mark of .282. John Mayberry led the team in home runs with 22, and pitcher Steve Busby had a win-loss record of 22-14. Pitcher Al Fitzmaurice had his best year of his career with 2.79 ERA. Steve Busby, John Mayberry, Cookie Rojas, and Royals manager Jack McKeon were your all-stars. This was a rebuild year. Veterans Piniella, Shaw, and Kirkpatrick were replaced by the youngins George Brett, Frank White, Al Cowens, Dennis Leonard, Steve Busby, and Paul Splittorff. And in 1974, the league MVPs was Jeff Burrows and Steve Garvey. Your Cy Young winners are Catfish Hunter and Mike Marshall. And Oakland wins its third straight World Series, and the MVP of that series was Raleigh Fingers. Gosh, that sounds like an old-time name, doesn't it? To be continued with 1975. All right, Royals Empire, that's all the time we have for now for today's episode. I want to thank you for watching, and you can catch me on Thursday for another brand new episode of The Royal Way here on Stadium Drive Sports. And again, we'll have a prize for you to present on Thursday, and the winner will be announced on Monday. So, stick with me, because we're almost here and ready for the regular season. Only a couple weeks away, folks, so let's go Royals! Oh, wow, the phone's ringing. Hold on. Oh, yeah, I remember the producers was talking about this caller that we're supposed to have for... Hold on, am I getting video? No, don't worry, I don't need it. This phone call, and I believe it's a person from, let's see, where we got, the United Kingdom, somewhere in England. Yeah. Okay, let's answer the, all right, got it. Hi, thanks for calling the Royal Way. Who do we have here?
This is Hans Schmidtlenberg, Ace. I've called due to a concern I have.
Okay, where are you calling from?
Bromley, United Kingdom, sir.
All right, well, feel free to express yourself here on the Royal Way.
Absolutely. I believe I'm ahead of my collywobbles.
Okay, well, what's going on?
You named your baseball team after the royal family, and you'll have a president, well, do you?
What's that?
You bloody plonker, you obviously...
First of all, what's a plonker, and what are you trying to say?
Were you nitpicking fancy about men hitting balls with a stick?
Oh, like cricket, huh?
I might fancy me some cricket.
The flat bat.
You think it's the dog's bollocks, and I wouldn't pay a fiver...
The dog's what?
...to watch some bloke...
What's that mean?
You all...
Speak English, or... Yeah, wait a minute. Speak American.
Well, in the United States, I'd say baseball sucks like a hoover.
Damn.
Baseball is rubbish. Blimey, the nosh is a dog's dinner.
You talking about the food?
Well, yes, the food.
Yeah, it's not that great, but, man, the briscarachos, whatever you say it, comes in that KC helmet.
No tea for the crumpets, just chips and bangers on a bun.
Bangers on a...
It's a bit dodgy if you ask me.
Hot dogs?
It's sausage. Are you tad bit wonky? You nutter.
Oh my God. Statbot.
Statbot activated.
Yeah. What's wonky mean?
Wonky is a term used in British slang, meaning not right.
Okay. This guy.
Well, blimey, this bloke has a bloody robot.
Yes. Hello. My name is Statbot. Are you a fan of the Kansas City Royals?
Oh, bugger off. I'd rather castrate a bloody goat.
Oh, wow.
After I...
All right, we're going to end this episode. Hold on.